those all your medals?
Yeah, like that, like they're called coins. That's weird. Hello and welcome to Jason Cavness Experience. I'm your host, Jason Cavness. I'm a retired U.S. Army officer and CEO founder of Cavness HR. At Cavness HR, we provide HR to companies with 400 fewer people by combining a tech platform with an HR business partner. The Jason Cavness Experience is brought to you by Breeze Docs. By using Breeze Docs, you can locate and propose answers to all proposal questions and offer edited and polished versions of previously approved answers. Users have the choice to accept an offered response, edit it, or write something completely different. Breeze Docs also supports collaboration on the completion of these documents with everyone in your organization. To receive your free upgrade for watching the Jason Cavness Experience, go to the QR code on the screen. Cavness HR is hosting Cavness HR Seattle's Got Tech. We're going to have 10 tech startups doing a demo of what they're building. No pitching, no pitch decks, no pitching. Actual startups who have built something who are going to show off what they built. Think of it as a tech trade show. To sign up, go to the QR code on the screen. Our guest today is Bianca. Bianca, thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
So, I always try to start with a softball question. At least, hopefully, it's a softball question. So, we're going to talk about all the great stuff you're doing in a minute. But how do you take care of yourself, have fun, hobbies, those kind of things?
Ooh, man, that is something I have to remind myself at least once a week, if not once a day. There is, when you have such a life that is going fast paced, if you're not reminding yourself, or there is something at the back of your head where you're just feeling a little overwhelmed, you have to take a step back and be like, okay, am I at the point where I can be 100%? So constantly reminding myself.
And how do you remind yourself?
Honestly, it's an overwhelming feeling, and so if it's in the morning, it's maybe taking a step back, going on a walk. I've been going on a lot of walks lately. Sometimes it's more in the evening, take some time to myself, finish work early, have a nice bath, maybe drink some wine. Maybe it's just stepping back from work and everything in general. We have 2 dogs at home, and sometimes it's just, hey, let's play around, throw some ball. They love attention, they love cuddles. They're a good reminder of trying to balance work. Working from home right now, they're a good reminder constantly.
So what kind of dogs y'all have?
We have a mini poodle and a mini poodle schnauzer.
And how long y'all had them?
They are both 4.
Okay.
Yeah, so they were COVID babies. So, socializing them was a little bit hard when we got them. And so they still have moments of occasional anxiety, so to speak.
And you've been like a dog person your whole life? Like since you were a little kid?
Honestly, I think we've only really had dogs. Occasionally we had my grandma would have a bird, or my brother would want to bring a snake home. The occasional fish, but dogs has kind of been the go-to fallback, and I don't know if it's just because of the way they interact with us humans.
Yeah, definitely. And are you a big wine person?
I do like wine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any favorites or any brands or countries or?
Ooh, I am a Pinot Grigio fan.
Okay.
So especially in the summer where you need something a little bit more cold. We eat a lot of fish too, so having it with a fish dish is good. But you can't always get Pinot Grigio everywhere, I found. So.
And do you have a favorite place here in the Seattle area? You go to either a restaurant or maybe somewhere in Woodinville?
For wine?
Yeah.
No, I haven't actually gone to a lot of wine locations.
So you're not a wine snob, so to speak.
I'm not a snob,
okay.
No, but I can tell if it is a little bit more made on the cheap
so
side.
No wine snob, but no Boomberry's Farm either, right?
Exactly, yeah. But I don't like to go straight for the expensive bottles either, right? I've heard, and I think it's just from more conversation with people who are snobs or have been around it a lot longer than I have. They're like, yeah, you don't need the $70 bottle, and I agree.
Yeah, when I was in the Army, we were in Italy 2.5 years. So I really got a wine over there, but there is a difference, right, in the quality and stuff. But yeah, it's but I'm not into I used to be. But you can tell the difference. But there's really no need to go $70 wine. Example, Costco, the cooking wine there is high quality, right?
Easy.
But
Yeah.
most like I'm drinking Kirkland wine. That's like off brand, generic, but it's actually like some of the best wine around.
I like it, and I think some of the countries do a lot better than others,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Like Spain has a really good
Hmm.
variety. I think one of the wine locations I went to was actually over in Chile, and they're
Yeah.
pretty. They have really good wine.
So my last guest for you was a lady from Chile, right? And she talked about how fantastic the wine was. Yeah, I mean, I always ever had Chilean wine, but I always like Argentina,
Mm-hmm.
New Zealand, France. I don't know. France seems like kind of overhyped, Like I don't know about
I
France.
think France is like a hit or miss.
Yeah,
You have to go, I think, for the sparkly, the bubbly.
yeah. And of course, everyone goes to Napa Valley, but that might be overpriced too. I've been there a couple of times with my niece and stuff. It's a
Oh,
nice
really?
it's a nice environment.
They
I
have
don't
a
know.
big vineyard, don't they?
Oh, they have lots. Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, much stuff they have.
That's crazy. I do like visiting
Hmm.
the wineries
Yeah.
though, because it just shows you where it comes from, right?
Yeah.
The amount of effort that people put into
Yeah,
it,
it's
because it's a lot of caring.
it's not an overnight thing, right? It's like a almost like a start of like a 10-year plan.
No. Have you had ice wine from here over in on the Columbia Valley side?
No, I don't think I had. No, I haven't.
Oh, ice wine is pretty good. It's a sweet. It's a dessert.
Okay. Okay.
So if you go for it, you only want to have so much, and you want to have it as like
Yeah.
an after.
Okay. Yeah, I think everyone starts drinking like sweet wine, and then they go like yeah, I can't stand sweet wine now, but I'm a big Merlot fan.
Okay.
Yeah, like in Italy, we were like a 5 minute drive from three wineries, right? It's
Yeah.
insane. Like the whole experience of wine, the cheese, all that kind of stuff is very nice. Yeah,
Cheese. That's a whole nother topic.
definitely. And so you say you do a lot of walking.
I do.
Is
I
it
am
walking or hiking?
Walking.
Walking,
Right
okay.
now. Yeah, I haven't gotten into the let's go out into the mountains, which
Yeah.
I want to because
Yeah.
we have such a beautiful area over here. But I haven't gotten out into the woods for a while.
So to off the subject, right? Sometimes this random stuff pops in my mind. I remember this one guy a while ago. He posted somewhere like, "I don't understand dating in Seattle with the Seattle females." The first date, I asked the lady, "Hey, do you want to meet this private?" "Oh no, I don't know you. We're gonna meet somebody in public." So we go somewhere public. Next day, she says, "Let's go hiking by ourselves, 10 miles away from anywhere." Right? You're like,
Yeah,
like,
you're gonna get me.
yeah, yeah, it's just insane. So, what makes you so driven?
I think I just have high expectations of myself, and I don't know where that came from. I think having siblings helps. I have an older sister, and she's always been gunning for top game, trying to be number one. And I think she's 2.5 years older than me, and having that inspiration to being something, anything, was like motivational for me to be, really work on my grades, work on myself, kind of give 100%. So I don't know, almost I feel like part of it is intuitive and surrounding myself with people who also want to be good, and have those expectations of themselves. And so it kind of just pushes me forward. And I think being around the right people help as well. As soon as you're around people who maybe have lower expectations of themselves, or the people that they bring around themselves, it lowers standards naturally. And so to have a drive, you want people to challenge you and push you. And I think continually trying to find those people around me has helped push me to another level.
So, two questions. First one is like, this is something I struggle with early in life, right? Like having high standards. Look, people around you, and you should have high standards for yourself and people around you, right? But how do you deal with like when people around you don't meet your standards, or the standards are too low, right? I used to like get so pissed off, like, man, like what the fuck are you doing, right? Like,
Oh, that's a hard,
yeah,
oh,
like
it's
how do you
so
deal with
hard.
that?
People are the hardest part, and I think over the last probably decade, I've continued to learn that. Whether it's because I'm thinking one way and they're thinking a different way, they're just the hardest part, because I think I'm explaining my husband Spencer. He explains it as I have Bianca language, and so sometimes he has to interpret for me, because what I'm saying makes sense to me, and how it is in my mind, it makes sense. But if I'm trying to be clear with somebody else, they might not be understanding that same thing.
Are you ever like this? I do this sometimes. I'm like, I'm gonna explain this to you. I don't think I'm the smartest guy in the world. If I understand, if I get it, why in the world can you not get it right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what's
How
going
do I
on here?
have to communicate
Yeah,
in a
like,
way
what's
for
going
it to
on?
make sense
Yeah, that's what's
to
going on
you,
here.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think, it's funny because when you do find the good people, I think there is a way for you to find a way to work with them, right? Like we built a really cool team over at Good Planet Foods, and a lot of those people, they have really good work ethic, they have really good standards, and if there's a way that I can find to work with them again, I would, because we already built that relationship and that trust, and I think that's another aspect to these relationships, right? Trust. If I can't trust you to do something or to hit a certain standard, then we're not in sync. And how do we approach that and have a conversation around it versus just cutting somebody off and being very passive?
So there's a term out there, I think it's called iron sharpens iron, right?
Mm.
Which is good if both people are made of iron, right? But if like you're made of iron, like suppose I work for you,
Yeah.
you're made of iron, but I'm made of freaking aluminum foil, right? Like, I mean, how does that work, right? Because that's going to destroy me
Yeah.
and shut me off. Like, how do you deal with that?
I think honestly it almost goes all the way back to training, right? So I worked a lot in doing interviews with people, and you've probably touched this too, being in the HR side of things, right? Talent acquisition. How do you find a good fit for someone? And having those conversations of, okay, is culture really important? Is pay really important? Is having a boss that understands you and what motivates you important? And having those early conversations, I think, is really important, because you have to get on the same page. And there were a few times where I did talent conversations and interviews, and there were times where I had actually culture fit interviews. And it was like, I knew what the culture was like here. Now, how do I know this person will fit in really well, right? And I have to come up with questions of like, do you like to, if you were at work and, we were going to do a party, would you be okay with that party, right? Trying to figure out what is that culture. And I think when you start to have those conversations and break those barriers down, you start to figure that out